Hi viewers, I thought this would make an interesting and unusual topic for a video. Now I'm sure many of my long-standing subscribers know that I was a collector before becoming a stacker, and chop mark coins weren't specifically of interest to me, but I do have a few, and I thought I would cover a couple of those on today's video. Now, for those of you who don't know what chop marked coins are, I'll read a bit of information off. This is a 8 reals or 8 reales from 1883, I believe, and it has several chop marks which we will look at under the microscope shortly. But the information is as goes. Chop marks on coins are Chinese characters stamped or embossed onto coins by merchants in order to validate the weight, authenticity and silver content of the coin. Depending on particular technique, coins said to have been chop marked, countermarked or counter-stamped. Now I have seen some really nice counter-stamped coins at my local coin shop over the years. Can't remember why I didn't buy them, probably because he wanted too much, but anyway. Starting with the 18th century, a number of European, American and Japanese silver coins, generically known as trade dollar, began circulating in the Far East. Each merchant's firm had its own chop mark, and after heavy circulation, a coin became completely obliterated by the chop marks, thankfully not the ones I have. Chop marks were also used on copper alloy large pennies, UK large pennies, large cents and other copper coins of Europe, Central, South and North America, and have Hindu, Chinese, Japanese and Arabic nations chop marks, as well as English alphabet chop marks. Now I do remember having a penny with an E stamped on it, but I don't know where it is, and I thought it was maybe a love token or something. But anyway, the British and American merchants in Hong Kong from around 1830 to 1960, when world silver coins and large pennies from many European and British Empire nations gave up their colonies and their coinage became demonetised. This practice of counterstamping lasted until China demonetised silver coins in 1933. So, we'll go and have a look at these under the microscope, not the pennies, but there was a curious thing I thought I'd mention, that despite these being Victorian pennies, they're still worth no more than a, well, I call it modern, an uncirculated 67 pennies. There was literally millions of these minted. I have a load of these, and even though they're older, they are, unless they're a specific rarity or in better condition than the ones that I have with Queen Victoria, then they're no different in value, and like those that were hold and made into pendants. So we will go and have a look at the 8 reals and the trade dollar, and I did dig this out as well, just out of interest. As you can see, the right hand one is 1883 and says 8 reales, and the left hand one is 1899 and says un peso. Anyway, let us go and have a look on the microscope. Well, we'll start with this one, as I believe I know what this symbol stands for in Mandarin. I believe it is a starfish, but do correct me if I'm wrong. So there's the first one. Let's move across to this little one down here, which appears to be a little flower. And moving up on the coin, we can see there is a much larger flower, unless it's a sun, of course. And this one here appears to be some kind of bird, but again, I could be wrong. I have no idea. Whether there are people who know specifically what these chop marks or where they were from, I don't know. This one, I suppose if I turned it round, it would look like a Chinese junk, maybe. I don't know. But let's have a look what else there was on this coin, because I think there's another chop mark right there. Again, I have no idea what that symbol might be, or even which way round it is. Looks like a megaphone, doesn't it, up that way? But let's have a quick look round to see if there's any other chop marks that couldn't be seen with the naked eye. I'm sure. Oh, there's another one there. That looks like another one there. Don't know what that signifies. There's the little flower. So yeah, I thought there was another one on that side somewhere, but can't find it now. I found it earlier when I hadn't hit the record button. But anyway, let's have a look at the other side and see what we can find here. Definitely possibly two different chop marks there, just that they're close to each other. I'm guessing they are two different chop marks. And let's go down there by the wing. I can just see another one there. No idea what that one is. This scratching here, I think, is just surface damage. I don't think that's anything to do with it, but that definitely looks like a chop mark there. And I did spot another one right there, which is kind of hidden in that wing, but actually if you look at it, you can see the square indentation. So possibly if that were cleaned up, it might show an imprint of what was on there. Let's just put an extra bit of light on it, see if we can't get it to show up anything else. No, not really. It just kind of looks bumpy in the bottom, doesn't it? But definitely a square mark. And what else did I see on this side? Oh, there's another one there. These are very hard to see with the naked eye, but obviously under the microscope considerably easier. And I don't know if there was any others there. But anyway, let's have a look at the trade dollar now. The 1902, was it, if I remember rightly? Right, where is that? Where is that chop mark? Oh, there it is, right there. Let's turn the light down a bit to see if that'll show up a bit better. You can see what looks like a waffle pattern there. That looks like a 0 and that looks like a 1. But I'm sure they're not. I'm sure they mean something entirely different. This looks like it might be a separate chop mark, but of course it might have been part of that originally. No idea. Let's have a quick look to see if, oh yes, there's a rather, well, this looks like either several chop marks or a very large one. It could be several different symbols there. There could be a second one there, and an even third or fourth one there maybe. Very hard to tell on this because this is, oh, it was 1903, I got the year wrong. But very hard to tell on this because I believe this particular trade dollar was actually a shipwreck recovery, which is why you can see a lot of debris on it. And if we look at the other side, we will see that it has been next to something ferrous, because you can see iron ore deposits. So that's what tells me this was a shipwreck recovery, and it's obviously been cleaned to
remove as much as they could. That does look like a very big, that looks like a chop mark there and rather than where, but it might not be. I did have a very nice example of a trade dollar without chop marks. That definitely looks like a chop mark there. But you know what you're supposed to do with trade dollars, trade them, and that's exactly what I did a few years ago. I traded my trade dollar for gold, and looking at the price of gold today, I'm pretty happy about that trade. But anyway, I'll leave you with the chop marks on the 8 reals, and hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Bye.